If you watch this video, I'm sure you want to go on your first trip or want to know what are the essential camping gear to take on a motorbike trip. Hi, from me, Peter Blitz, and welcome in my man cave. You might have done a few trips yourself and would like to compare ways of packing and preparation. I will give you a short run through of my essential must-have gear that works for me. Remember, your gear will depend on the duration of your trip and the area that you will be traveling through. To make packing easier, I've divided it in 3 units, namely the tools, utensils that you're going to use, small camping equipment, and then just your tent and sleeping arrangements. I'll start off with the most important component, that is your tool roll. But I've basically taken all the small spanners that I will use on the Africa Twin and put it in here. So I don't take any extra tools, spanners along. It's heavy and it really packs big, so I keep it down to the bare minimum that I'll have to make use of on a trip. Remember, if you're traveling solo, you have to take everything along. But when you're traveling with a traveling partner, try and divide the tools between you and don't take any extra or duplicate the tools. Another essential part, it's quite heavy and big, but this is your tire levers. You need them. If you have a breakdown, you have to fix a tire along the road. Then I take a little bottle of liquid soap, dishwashing liquid, to break the bead, get the tire from the rim. If I have a flat tire, I also take an extra spare of tubes along for the front and at the back. Then you don't need to patch them. It's easier, quicker to just put a new tube into the tire. Also carry a small box with essential patches and equipment, bit of electrical pieces just to fix the tires or minor electrical problems along the way. The Leatherman, this is quite a useful tool to have, a pair of pliers and knife, etc. I keep it on myself, so I don't have to open up the tool roll every time if I need to use it. Take a small bicycle pump along. It's hard work, but it will never fail. You can use a little compressor like this. It's a nice to have because with less effort you can get air into the tubes. But again, it's heavy and it drains the battery power of your bike, and it might just happen that after you fix the tire, you can't start the bike again. Other pieces of equipment that is essential is your cable ties. You will have to use them sometime. It's easy to use, it's strong, keeps the stuff together. Don't forget. I also make use of tie downs, the metal buckle, and it's really strong and it will keep your stuff together and tight. Maybe you run into a problem and you need to carry the bike on the back of a trailer, then make use of the tie downs. It's better than rope. This is just a normal brake fluid bottle. The nice thing of this is it's got this little tube inside. So what I do is I put the engine oil inside here, and then when I need it, you just open it up, and it's got this nice little tube, and you can put it into the side of the engine and put the oil in without messing around. It's rattly putty, and it can fix metal or plastics. You never know when you're going to need this. Alright, let's move over to your camping equipment inside the tent. For boiling water or cooking, I make use of this little portable gas stove. It's really small. I don't know whether they still manufacture this small. Got difficulty in getting these little small canisters, but if you can get them, it's a really nice unit to have. Packed small, doesn't take up a lot of space. It works like a bomb. Did I say bomb? Then I keep matches in this little metal canister just to keep them dry. Normal matches, you can even use the lighter. Just make sure you have them dry when you need them. Small tin opener. In the tent I will have a little light like this to illuminate the whole tent. It's light on energy or batteries. I have a small little bicycle light that I use in the evening. Say for instance there's a breakdown, I can use this. I have the normal LED light, and I prefer the one that you can put on your head and your hands are free to work in the dark or in the tent or wherever. And then just the small battery pack that I use for the recharging of the GoPro or the cell phone if there aren't any electricity plugs where I sleep in the evening. My first aid kit is really basic. It's just normal bandages, and you can basically put in there whatever you need for your medical supplies. But for me it's really just to have some emergency patches, stop blood, etc. I also carry a pencil, not a pen. Pencil you can write on a wet piece of paper, and when it's ink it will smudge, so the pencil comes in really handy. Let's talk about fuel and water. I make use of a normal plastic cool drink bottle and put some water in there for the trip, and we'll refill whenever there's a possibility to do that. Then fuel, it depends on where you're driving. My first trip I took along this metal canister. Stupid, because when it's empty it's just bulky and it takes a lot of space, and it's not easy to tie down on the bike. So currently there are various kinds of fuel bladders that you can buy, and it's much easier when the fuel is empty. You just roll up the bladder and stow it away, and it doesn't weigh anything. I make use of a 3-man tent. You can go smaller obviously, but this is what I have. I take it on hiking trips as well. And that will probably be your biggest piece of luggage on the bike. Just one important thing is, when you buy a tent, try and get a tent with mosquito net inside. So when it's hot you can keep the flaps open, the doors open, but it will keep the mosquitoes outside. Look for a tent that at the top has a little breather space, because in the evening, especially when it's cold, the vapor condensates against the inner side of the sheet, and sort of rains inside. It's got little droplets forming inside, and the tent is wet. And this is the problem with this tent. Right at the top of the fly sheet, there's no breathing space, so it's forever humid, damp inside. Right, let's go to sleeping arrangements. I have a small sleeping bag, but really hot. It's got a mummy shape, so it doesn't take a lot of space. And it's made of hollow fiber, not down. Down is very expensive, but lightweight. Obviously the type of sleeping bag will depend on where you want to camp, whether it's in cold areas or hot areas. This is probably the best piece of equipment that I bought, and I would really suggest that you get one of these. It's a little mattress small, it's lightweight, doesn't take a lot of space, and it inflates by itself. Just open up, there's a little valve there, you open up the valve and leave it for 10 minutes, and it will start inflating. And this makes for a really nice bed. Just be careful not to have any sharp objects, thorns or whatever on the ground. Make use of a ground sheet when you make use of these, but this is really a must-have on a trip. Sleep well, it's light and it's small. This thing is a really small gem. It's a little jacket, down jacket, also from Kiwi, and this is the size. But it's warm, it's light. And you really don't need anything more to keep you warm than this piece of equipment. The last thing is this little inflatable cushion. It really is comfortable, and when you finish you just deflate and you can stow it away. It doesn't take a lot of space on the bike. The last thing is just a waterproof bag that I use on the kayak, and it's nice white inside, so you can see what is inside there. It's not dark. Just put all your equipment inside here. Just take out the air, roll it up, and then put it in the bag. I'm going to give you a few tips to make it easier. First of all, don't make use of these stupid bungee contraptions, bungee cords. They're supposed to fix everything to the bike. It's not working. Going to waste your money. Don't make use of this. Rather make use of these strong metal buckle tie downs. They will keep their grip forever. Just be careful not to have any loose straps hanging around. It's dangerous. When fixing a flat tire, especially the rear tire, the sprocket is always in the bottom, in the sand, or the brake disc. So what I make use of is a little cardboard that I've cut out. Just fits into the pannier, and I just put it directly on the dirt with the back wheel on top of that, and it keeps the sprocket and the disc clean. So this is a really handy piece of equipment. The next thing that is really nice that I bought myself is this tire monitor, and I really can't go without it. Sometimes when you drive through gravel, marble roads or corrugated roads, or especially sand, you'll feel the bike starts to snake, especially when it's got some weight at the back. And sometimes it feels as if you've got a flat tire, and it's difficult to know that while driving. So I make use of this monitor. It gives me the exact tire pressure, and it will give an audible alarm, or the red light starts flashing on it. And this is a very useful piece of equipment to give you some indication on what is going on your tires. So try and get this. I would really recommend this. And then the last thing is just the trickle charger. It's the C-Tech product, but I mean there are many others on the market, but this is a really must-have, especially when your bike is standing for 4 weeks, and the battery really runs down quickly. So I keep the battery on charge. and it doesn't cook the battery, and it does a really good job. Got always a fully charged battery when you need to go. And the last thing is just the earplugs. In the beginning I didn't drive with it, but now I make use of it. It costs a few cents and it protects your ears. Okay guys, just to remember, keep it lightweight and small, and all the heavy equipment I would put down at the bottom. It's no use putting heavy equipment tools on top, it will just find their way down to the bottom of your pannier or your bag. So the heavy items, I prefer to keep them low down, and then the light items on top. Most important items I keep on my body myself. This is just my personal equipment that I take along, must-have, the essentials. It varies depending on where you want to drive, what area, how far. Is it in a big group? Are you driving solo? So you really have to make the choice, but this is the most important essential stuff that I think you should have on your trip. If you found this helpful, or you have any suggestions, press the like button or leave a comment.